Hey everyone, today we're just going to be talking about the future for this channel and where I want to go with it going forwards. Now, you'll have noticed over the past couple of weeks here on YouTube, my channel has been a little bit quiet, a little bit on the quiet side. I've probably only uploaded 2 or 3 videos probably at the most. And the thing is, I was just getting a little bit burnt out. Setting all of these schedules for me to keep on top of, it wasn't working in the long run. And some of you guys will have noticed that the quality of some of my videos have been kind of down a little bit. Some of them have been going up, like the review videos, but some of them have been going down, like let's say the Star Wars Battlefront video. And I need to start changing up things with regards to how I do videos. I need to give myself a lot more time, both to play the games that I'm covering so that I can do better quality content, learn more editing tricks, and just put more time into videos as a whole to try and improve the quality of them. So going forwards, the channel will be a little bit different to usual. So regarding Eve Echoes, don't worry, I am still going to be covering Eve Echoes. We're just not going to be seeing 3 or 4 videos per week. It's going to be a lot closer to one every week or every 2 weeks, depending on if there's something I really want to cover. So that could be like an event walkthrough, covering major updates, new content tutorials, or just any other speculation video that I think, is kind of trending for the moment within the audience. But yeah, don't expect 3 or 4 videos per week anymore, but do stay subscribed. I was really struggling with the word stay there. Yeah, wow, this is definitely an unscripted video if you haven't noticed already. But yeah, feel free to stick around. I'm not going to be burning bridges or out like that and completely abandoning Eve. I'm just going to be exploring more with YouTube to see what exactly I can do with this channel. So, with my future plans, I plan to try and appeal to a wider audience because Eve Echoes might be a bit of an exception here. But for the most part, if you go on YouTube and have a look at gaming channels, you'll notice that they rarely, and I mean rarely, settle with a single game. Even Achieved, for example, has multiple games on his channel. Other YouTubers that I've followed in the past as well, they have multiple games on their channel. For example, Rhymestyle for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. There are also video game videos, up there for stuff like Dragon Ball Z. I can't remember the name of the Dragon Ball Z game, but it's still a Dragon Ball Z game nonetheless. Farket, a content creator that I followed originally for The Forest, has also been doing videos on Green Hell and Pal World. So you see where I'm going with this. You see where I'm going. It's not unusual to explore other games when creating a YouTube channel. So I will be keeping them all on the exact same channel. I'm not going to go splitting things up and having multiple channels for different things, because it's not really how the algorithm works. I've been doing a lot of research into YouTube over this past year, and the algorithm doesn't really care if you mix and match different video games onto your channel. I've seen it in the past. It's like with the video that I did for No Man's Sky, the review video. For the first 24 hours, all it did was try to promote it to my Eve Echoes audience. That's how the algorithm worked for that particular video. After it discovered that the Eve Echoes audience, wasn't at all interested in No Man's Sky, it said, okay, we'll stop serving it to the Eve Echoes audience. Let's give it another 24 hours to try and find a different audience that will settle with. And that's where 95% of my views and watch time came from in that particular video. And I'll probably have the graph up on screen right now because I'll be doing a bit of work with editing this one. So you see where I'm going. The algorithm doesn't really care if we mix and match, especially if it's within the same genre. In this case, it was still sci-fi. But anyway, that is what I hope to do. So, of course, I want to appeal to a wider audience. Don't we all? We all want to see those numbers go up and up and up. And I want to experiment with new forms of content because until the start of this year, I'd never done a single review video. All of my videos up until that point had either been low-effort gameplay videos of other games, which don't work whatsoever, unless it's Choo Choo Charles. So it had either been that, it had either been tutorial content for Eve Echoes, ramble videos, stuff like that, weekly roundups. I'd never done a review, and there are other types of game content out there that I simply haven't gotten around to doing yet that it would be quite useful to learn, like doing review videos. The script writing it's entirely different. You've got different things that you've got to talk about, other things that you need to not miss out. It's kind of hard to describe, but I want to experiment with YouTube. I want to learn as many different skills as I can from it and then take that out into the open world. So yeah, that's where I want to go. I want to develop writing and editing skills and stuff like that. And thumbnails. Thumbnails are my major weakness. Now, there is a feature coming to YouTube sometime this year. Unfortunately, we have no idea when, whereby you'll be able to test 3 different thumbnails, and YouTube will keep on swapping them out interchangeably until it figures out which one performs the best for you. So when they introduce that, I'll be spending at least 3 times as much time on thumbnail design, just so that I can actually improve those skills. Because as it stands at the moment, I don't really know what I'm doing with thumbnails when it comes to actually gaining that click. So yeah, that's what I want to do. And I also want to improve on my editing skills with regards to video editing. Because you'll have noticed in the past, all I tend to do with my video editing is throw some background footage in there, maybe speed up the clip if I have to, throw in some blur boxes, and then I just have a lazy transition in between clips of either a second or half a second where you just have a blur and a diagonal line go like that. Or is it like... Let's do it No, I can't do it on camera, can I? There we are. Yeah, I can't do that on camera. But you get what I mean. The editing has been rather lackluster, and I want to learn how much more I can do on the editing front. Of course, I can only go so far because I'm using a Steam Deck, and if I give it all of the heavy work, it'll be compiling videos of 24 hours, and I won't be able to play any games whatsoever on this thing. But anyway, as for the schedule itself, I'm not going to be setting myself any tough challenges when it comes to the schedule. You've seen me before try to do 3 or 4 videos per week, and most recently I tried to set myself a schedule of a video every 2 days. And I realised, of course, with me having a full-time job already, I don't physically have the time to do a video every 2 days without 75% of those videos just being completely effortless, just slop that nobody wants to watch. So I'm going to be going down to 1 video per week minimum. So that 1 video per week will be something that I want to put a fair bit of effort into, and it will most likely be going live on Saturdays. At the usual time of 12 o'clock. Yeah, that's going to be my high effort video, and that one I want to be trying to appeal to wider audiences, so that'll be where I go in with review videos or top tips guides, or is this game suitable in 2024 videos, you know, that sort of stuff, the stuff that appeals to the wider audience. And any subscribers that we earn from those videos will then be exposed to Eve Echo's content just as a consequence of subscribing to my channel, which I guess is a form of advertising for the channel, if this actually works. I'm not saying that it will. Yeah, as I said, I want to focus more time on quality, get some more editing skills learned, and free up time for games, because until recently, until this past couple of weeks when I deliberately slowed down the content on YouTube, I was probably playing Eve Echoes for about 2 hours a week at most. That's not including setting up the AI and just letting it do its thing, because that does not count whatsoever as gameplay. But yeah, I was getting about 2 hours a week in, and it's not really much, is it? And I was probably getting another 3 or 4 hours in of other games. But when you're running a gaming channel, you actually need to play the games that you're talking about. So, yeah, I need to free up time for that. So, yeah, freeing up time for games and editing and focusing more on reviews and guides and stuff like that. There will be, of course, the occasional gameplay video. And we do have a few coming up already that are in the works. The first one that I've got queued up for this week, it's probably going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure which day I'm going to drop it on yet. It's just me painting on a game called Moonbreaker. The game was released by the same people that did Subnautica, and it's a digital miniatures game is the best way to describe it. If you've ever played Warhammer, it's basically its own slimmed down version of Warhammer, whereby you can actually paint the models in game. And it's not like the army painter that you found in, say, Dawn of War, because you actually get to paint the model. You can spin the model around, you can paint individual little bits, put decals on, use wash paints, dry brushes. If you understand what I'm talking about, then it's kind of a brilliant game. So I figured the first model that I paint, I recorded the whole thing, edited it down to around 5 minutes. So that'll be going up at some point. That's just an example of what there is to come with regards to the lazier gameplay videos. Yeah, we also have, and this is going to be an interesting special one. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit it yet. That's going to be a job for later today. Last night, I had a good few games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel with the one and only Rambo from the Echoes of New Eden podcast. That was a weird one. It was very entertaining. Rambo had his own custom built decks, and I was just going straight in there with a starter deck because I've only just recently set myself up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, so I had barely any cards whatsoever. And it was a barrel of laughs. I mean, I didn't expect to actually do well in any of those games, but when I've edited it down and figured out how I'm going to actually present the video, that'll also be going in the regular gameplay videos throughout the week. I'm probably going to release them 1 week at a time, because then it gives Rambo a chance to come back from his holiday and maybe record more if he enjoys that sort of thing. Again, I'm not committing him to it, but after last night, I'd quite enjoy doing more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Well, that's the wrong Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel videos. That's the one. And I'm just going to spend a second, there we go, to cut out that annoying thing. The light moves, apparently. Apparently when you've got windows open, the sun moves, and you can just see the light bars just starting to appear either side of me right now, so I have to keep on trimming them. Anyway, little behind-the-scenes logic aside. What's the next bit then? So, of course, the content split going forwards. So I've already said that Eve Echoes it's not necessarily taking the back seat, but I'm certainly not going to be doing as many Eve Echoes videos as before. And my content will be split in two as far as the thumbnails are concerned. So what you'll see going forwards is two types of thumbnails. You'll see the ones with the purple icon and the green icon. The green icon will be accompanied by a little mobile phone icon alongside it. That will be to represent Eve Echoes and any other mobile games that I play. For example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So if you don't own a computer and all you do is mobile gaming on games such as Eve Echoes, then keep an eye out for that symbol. If you see that symbol, it's a game you might actually want to jump in on your mobile phone. Alternatively, with the purple thumbnails, that will be accompanied by the Steam Deck logo. So that will represent that all of the gameplay footage is stuff that I captured on a Steam Deck. Now, you don't have to have a Steam Deck to play any of these games. Any computer will do, whether it's a laptop, an ordinary computer, and it wouldn't necessarily have to have particularly great specifications to play the same game that I'm covering in the video, because the Steam Deck is probably on par with a laptop with regards to performance at times. But you get where I'm going with this. So I'll have PC games on one side in purple with the Steam Deck logo, and on the other, in green, we'll have the mobile games with a little mobile phone logo that I also drew up. So that will be how I want to do things going forwards. So what games do I currently have that I'm playing around with? Well, as you've most likely seen, I've got No Man's Sky. That is a lot more addictive than I actually thought it would be. It's kind of become something of a daily driver for me. Or at least it had done until yesterday when Rambo started talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and ended up getting me hooked on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So now, yeah, I don't know which one my daily driver is. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Or is it No Man's Sky? I honestly don't know. And I can play Master Duel on my phone, tablet, or on Steam. So I honestly don't know. I don't know which my daily driver is anymore. I am still logging into Eve Echoes. I still play around on that when I'm walking into work and stuff like that. I have Moonbreaker for whenever I want to do any painting. yeah, Moonbreaker, you can actually play the game, you know, play the tabletop experience. But for some reason, all I want that game for is painting. So every so often when I get into a painting phase, I'll probably just boot that up, record myself painting a couple of figurines, save the recording, and then come back later to edit it for a midweek release or something. We've also got in Power World. Now, I can't really do any recording of Power World for the most part at the moment because it's not quite stable enough for my Steam Deck, especially when it comes to running alongside with OBS. If I start up OBS, the thing has like a chance of crashing multiplied by 100. So it just kind of ruins the experience a little bit. If it gets more stable, then you might see more regular content. But as it stands, I can't really do content without spending, say, £1,000 on a gaming computer. And I'm not sure I'm quite there yet. And of course, there are other indie games. So you'll have seen games like Cassette Beasts and what was the other one? A Node Heart. There we go, A Node Heart. You'll have seen games like that pop up on the channel as review videos. I'll be covering other indie games as we go forwards. I think the next one that I want to cover is going to be... what was it called? Cult of the Lamb. There we go, Cult of the Lamb. I've already got a script written up for Monster Sanctuary. I just need to actually record it and edit that one. But Cult of the Lamb is the next one that I want to play and possibly do a review video for, because that one looks proper bonkers. But anyway, there are other indie games out there, and as this channel moves through the year, I will be covering other ones. There's a demo for a game called Earthless that I've tried. That was brilliant. That became despite it being a demo, it became my daily driver for a couple of days because I just could not unhook myself from it. So when that gets released, I'll definitely be doing some videos for it. But I think that about rounds up what to expect from this channel. I mean, in the next month or two, I might change my mind. Something new and exciting might pop up, and all of this video that up to this point might become a little bit redundant. But only time will tell there, I guess, won't it? But anyway, I shall cut the video there. If you're not a regular subscriber just yet, but you're intrigued about all of the new content that I'm hoping to do and expand my horizons, so to speak, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. But anyway, that should be enough of a ramble for me for now. Thanks again for listening this far through to the end, everyone. Hopefully I do a good enough job in the editing department after I've recorded this video. But anyway, fly safe and have a good time in whatever game it is you're playing. This is Hael. I don't actually know what I'm going to sign off with. We'll just leave it at that.